My name is Richard Ajay. I'm presenting on the topic, the bibliometric global overview of COVID-19 vaccination. The outline of my presentation will start from the introduction through to the discussion. Globally, 2 to 3 million deaths are prevented through vaccination. In the light of the COVID-19 pandemic, appreciating vaccination is more relevant in our contemporary time than ever because of the present debate and the challenge of vaccine hesitancy across the globe, particularly in low and middle income countries. Essential information and research results on the equitable distribution, effectiveness, and efficacy of vaccines is essential but sparse. We therefore aim to provide answers to these questions. 1. What is the present situation of COVID-19 vaccination in literature across the globe? 2. How has research on vaccination, vaccine acceptance, or hesitancy evolved? And what are the groundbreaking publications and research results on COVID-19 vaccination? What impact has publications on COVID-19 vaccinations had over time? And finally, which research or researchers has or have been the most productive and highest contributor or contributors in COVID-19 vaccination research? This study utilizes the 6 steps of the bibliographic workflow proposed by Olaleye 2020 and 2021. The study extracted literature on vaccination from the Web of Science database in step 2, while step 3 presents analyzed bibliometric data using BiblioShiny application. BiblioShiny app was used to visualize the vaccination data in step 4. Step 5 presents the results generated from BiblioShiny and makes necessary interpretations based on the results. The application of statistical analysis to bibliometric data to analyze a segment of literature or identify patterns which could include but are not limited to authorship and citation in a particular area to provide understanding is what is often termed as bibliometrics. So Bogman, on the one hand, presents 3 types of bibliometrics: analysis of artifacts, analysis of producers, and analysis of concepts. Stevens, on the other hand, looked at bibliometrics in 2 ways. He looked at it as evaluative bibliometrics and descriptive bibliometrics. So bibliometrics has also been categorized using authorship, year of publication, and literature relationships. From the database search results, the top 4 authors produced 39 articles, all together with Lee being the most prolific author with 12 publications, Wang with 11 publications, and Chen and Lee had 8 publications each. The top 7 authors are dominated by researchers in Chinese origin, which observation buttressed the fact that the pandemic originated from Wuhan, China, based on the available epidemiological data. Hence, active research started in China before other researchers from other countries became interested in the topic. The top 3 countries dominating this field of research are the United States with over 250 papers, China with 100 papers, and over 70 papers from Italy. Vaccines as a source received 1,614 citations, leading to this category, followed by New England Journal of Medicine 1,223 citations, and a third place by Lancet with 801 local citations. The country citations further buttress the country's performance doing well in this area of research. From the selected studies, the United States received 1,564 citations, leading all the countries and having over 200% more citations than the second highest country, 662. China received the second highest citations with 662, and Israel received the third citations with 404 citations. Though there are thousands of data on the COVID-19 pandemic, data on its vaccines are yet to pick pace, and bibliometric studies on COVID-19 vaccines are therefore very scanty. As a result, information finding by health practitioners, policymakers, and interested researchers for an informed decision is difficult. Bibliometric studies therefore helps in identifying the key players in the field for quick identification and policy making. In a little over a year after the COVID-19 vaccine inception, knowledge on COVID-19 vaccine and vaccine uptake is already growing at a swift pace. There is growing author productivity in the COVID-19 research. Though researchers on COVID-19 has reached an acceptable level already, the knowledge of COVID-19 vaccines, vaccine safety, vaccine efficacy, and adverse health surveillance studies is now growing. A bibliometric study by Sariti on COVID-19 and COVID-19 vaccines identified more papers than the present study. The authors used a different database platform. Moreover, the research was not more specific as the research focused on two different themes in that study: trends in COVID-19 vaccines and sentiment analysis. In our present study, we observe the United States, China, Italy, and United Kingdom to be the top four most active countries COVID-19 vaccine research from first to fourth positions, respectively. This observation, however, is like the previous work by Olawumi et al. 2021. Surrey used Scopus compared to the Web of Science as used in the present study. However, the differences in the database may contribute to some extent to the variation in indexing bias. However, this could, if any, have been a negligible effect on the rapid change in trends. China dominated the most productive authorship position as in the present study, but also dominated the most productive institution on COVID-19 research compared to the US in the present study. While previous research has focused on COVID-19 vaccination, this study explains the scope to include investigations on other vaccines and their efficacy. The scientific community will benefit greatly from this study's numerous contributions. According to the study, there are 3 clusters for the author keywords and 6 clusters for the author's keyword plus. Countries from Asia, South Africa, North America, Europe, and Africa accounted for most country collaborations. According to the results, Fudan University, with 50 papers on COVID-19 vaccination, has the most robust collaborative network. The dendrogram showed the hierarchical cluster of the topics used in the research. Using authors' keywords and authors plus, the investigation uncovered the most trending topics in worldwide COVID-19 vaccine research. This study makes a twofold contribution to the body of knowledge. 1. A bibliometric study of a vast body of literature yields an in-depth look into the worldwide COVID-19 vaccine research, including current hot topics, patterns in development, and potential future research areas. Research on global COVID-19 vaccination might be expanded considering the findings presented here. Hence, the focus on themes and clusters will serve as a model for future investigations and contributions to the future research agenda. This study conclusions include some recommendations for further research towards the worldwide COVID-19 vaccine, including 1. Research cooperation between academics and institutions should be expanded to have a more significant worldwide influence on examining the global vaccination potentials for COVID-19. Second, the study suggests that learning analytics, machine learning, and deep learning are future research issues in the investigation of global COVID-19 vaccination or immunization. It is recommended that scientists devote more time and resources to these areas. Thank you.